On Thursday, the 18th of August, last week, we experienced an interruption in our IT systems at our data center at Ginger Road. Our main server unit is at Ginger Road. We carried out an initial assessment, and the immediate finding on that Thursday morning revealed that some of our servers had been affected by malware and could not function as required. We reverted to our disaster recovery site for business continuity of our critical systems, especially relating to customer services. We have a disaster recovery site a distance away from Ginger Road, and so we decided to revert to that for business continuity. So after that incident, what have we done and where are we now? We have engaged an independent IT forensic security expert to conduct a forensic audit, really to find out what happened, how did it happen, and the findings and recommendations from the forensic report will guide National Water on the medium term and long term strengthening measures. It is important to note at this point that we had carried out updates of our security systems here with a number of strengthening measures, but this incident still affected us. I must tell you that the critical systems have since been running from the disaster recovery site as the information gathering at the primary site is completed. The National Water IT team, including an in-house IT software team, is working towards restoring all the systems in a prioritized manner. I want to make a point here that most of our systems in National Water have been developed in National Water. So when we had that incident, yes, true, some of our systems had been affected beyond repair, and our people are working towards restoring them, either modifying or recreating them altogether. And I always tell you that I'm proud that we have a robust in-house capacity to develop systems and also to troubleshoot them. We have not invited anyone to come and do that. We are doing it ourselves. The National Water is ensuring that going forward, the IT systems are deployed in a more robust and secure environment. We have had to rethink our IT security arrangements, maybe going beyond doing it internally and maybe looking at whether we can outsource some of the security arrangements to more competent firms. We expect most of the systems to be back up and running within a week's time. Even those which were affected, because we have our own internal capacity, we expect to have them back within a week's time. We want to assure our customers of business continuity and that their records and payment status with the National Water is intact. Our billing system, our customer system, e-payment system are all intact. They are up and running. We have a few issues with meter reading, for example. We have had to switch to the manual mode, but within a week or so, we should be able to go back to our automatic mode. The good news is that we had already carried out all the reconciliations. We had almost finalized our financial statements. The external auditors had almost completed. We had printed out the trial balance. So we have now all the time to reassemble the data for about 1.5 months to still have our data on the iSCADA system. The HR system, the one which manages our leave applications, was also affected, but it was also developed by our people. So they are also putting it back, and we think that in 1 or 2 weeks we should be able to have it back running. Our e-procurement system was also affected. It was also developed internally. So our people are looking at which parts are affected so that we can also put it back. The same applies to the e-inventory system. It was also affected, but it was also developed by our own people. So all the codes are intact, so there will be a few things which our people need to do. But we have prioritized these systems. So we are handling systems in a systematic manner, beginning with the most critical systems, because all these systems I've talked about, they are internal systems. They have nothing to do with the external customers. So we prioritized those systems which have a lot to do with our offering to our customers. And that one, I'm happy to tell you that those are up and running. That's why if you want to pay, you can easily pay, and you can easily get your payment. The way it works is that up to now, our marketing assistant still comes to your meter. He takes a reading, and the bill is generated there and then. That functionality is still there. What is not there is that when he takes a reading with the gadget, the system which has been there is that the reading is relayed direct to our system automatically. Now, what is now happening is that he takes a reading, he gives you a bill, but he has to take back the gadget to the billing system and upload the what? The data. So it is this automatic relay of readings that has been disrupted, and it is what our people are putting back, because they are the ones who designed it anyway. So they are going to put it back. So it has nothing to do with the accuracy of customer bills. There is no financial loss in that. The only issue is that the process has now been interrupted by a manual procedure of taking the gadget back to the billing system and uploading it there. Now, on the issue of the e-procurement system, the only delay we are going to experience is that because now we've been carrying out all the requisitions, all the approvals online on the procurement system. Now, because it is interrupted, any process to be undertaken now has to be manual. So the requisitions have to be carried out manually, the approvals have to be done manually. So there will be no delay, but we shall just use a cumbersome process. But within a week or two, we should be able to have gone back to our system, because the system was designed by our own people who are still here. The security of our servers, hitherto, we are the ones who have been managing our servers, the primary servers, and also at the disaster recovery site. Now we are discussing as the management and the board that maybe one of the sectors can be outsourced. We are going to discuss whether we can outsource the management of the security system of our servers on the primary side or on the disaster recovery side. The beauty with outsourcing this and not keeping everything internally you just need to annoy somebody, and then he can open the gate for the hackers. Now, if we outsource one, if you open the gate, we still remain with what? With the other one. And so I think that's the risk management measure we want to have. And maybe for your information, security management of systems for most of these good performing organizations here are all outsourced to people who are better placed to manage them. They have outsourced them to the cloud environment, cloud service, and they are better managed. So we are learning from this, and we are saying that maybe we don't need to keep everything internal here. We need to put some other things outside, people who are probably more versed with this. I must tell everybody that we are very good in systems development. We are very good in systems administration, but we need to do much better on security issues. Our systems are all centralized. So if we have issues with the servers, definitely the entire country gets affected. But to the extent of that question, all these systems we have now recovered means that the whole country has been what? Has been recovered. Maybe to just simplify, the whole country, because we have about 262 towns benefiting from our services. So if we say we have recovered the billing system, it means everywhere where we operate, they are now billing. When we say we have the e-payment system is up and running, it means everywhere where we're operating, people are able to pay through the what? To pay through that e-payment system, and so on and so forth. So it affects everywhere, and when we get a solution, we get a solution for everywhere.